Your person has been deeply careless with you, and the weight of that realization has struck them hard. They now understand how much you truly mean to them and regret the actions and choices that made you feel as if you were insignificant. Despite their deep feelings for you, they allowed their insecurities to take control, and in doing so, they made you feel unappreciated and undervalued. This realization has been painful for them because they see now how they jeopardized something so precious. Losing you is a prospect they cannot bear, and the separation has only amplified their longing and regret. The time apart has not been easy for them. In fact, it has been a period of intense self-reflection and emotional turmoil. They are haunted by thoughts of you, unable to get you out of their mind. Every time your name is mentioned or something reminds them of you, the flood of emotions becomes overwhelming. It's as though the universe constantly nudges them, reminding them of what they've lost and what they risk never regaining. No matter how much you attempt to move forward, they feel tethered to you in a way that pulls them back time and time again. This connection is not merely a fleeting attachment, it is something far deeper, rooted in the profound bond your souls share. That connection makes it impossible for either of you to fully let go, no matter how hard you may try. Without you, they feel broken, lost, and incomplete. The pain of separation has been a catalyst for them to confront not only the mistakes they made in your relationship, but also the wounds and traumas they carry from their past. They now understand that the separation wasn't just about the two of you, it was necessary for both of you to take the time to heal. Past hurts and unaddressed pain from earlier experiences were creating barriers that neither of you could overcome while still together. This time apart, though agonizing, was essential for growth and healing. It allowed the space for clarity and for both of you to confront the parts of yourselves that need attention and care. Your person is desperate to communicate with you, but fear holds them back. They long to speak openly and honestly, without the burden of judgment or the fear of being misunderstood by you or the people around them. They crave a safe space where they can be vulnerable and express the depth of their feelings without any walls or pretenses. They want to explain the reasons behind their actions and reassure you that their behavior was never a reflection of your worth. They understand now how their reactions to certain situations were the root of the problem. Their insecurities and fears led to decisions and behaviors that hurt you deeply, and for that, they are truly sorry. They also recognize how unfairly difficult things have been for you. They know you deserved better than the way they treated you and regret every moment they made you feel like you were anything less than extraordinary. This regret fuels their desire to reconcile and make things right, but they are also aware that they cannot rush the process. They understand that healing takes time, for both of you. They want to be better, not just for you but for themselves, so that they can offer you the love, support, and stability you deserve. The bond you share is undeniable. It is the kind of connection that transcends time and space, making it impossible for either of you to fully move on. Even though the separation has been painful, it has also served as a lesson. It has highlighted the areas where growth is needed and reminded both of you of the love and value you bring to each other's lives. Your person's thoughts are consumed with the idea of rebuilding what was broken. They want to come back to you, but this time as someone who has learned from their mistakes and who is capable of cherishing you the way you deserve. Through this journey, they have come to terms with the fact that their actions caused you pain. They are deeply sorry for all the hurt they caused and for the ways they made you feel unimportant. They now see the impact of their insecurities and realize that the fear of judgment and rejection held them back from being their best self in the relationship. This acknowledgement is a sign of their growth and the depth of their love for you. They know that words alone may not be enough to mend what has been broken, but they are willing to do the work required to prove their sincerity. As difficult as this period of separation has been, it was necessary for both of you to heal and evolve individually. Your person hopes that this time apart will ultimately bring you back together, stronger and more aligned. They long to reconnect with you, not as the person they were, but as someone who has grown through this experience and who is ready to honor the connection you share. Their love for you remains steadfast, and they carry the hope that, in time, you will find your way back to each other. The person in question feels as though you may be avoiding or distancing yourself from them, and this perception has been weighing heavily on their mind. They have been suppressing their feelings for a while, likely trying to ignore or bury them to avoid confronting the truth of the situation. However, these suppressed emotions are now beginning to surface, and they can no longer hold them back. This individual may soon reach out to release these pent-up feelings, revealing fears, regrets, or truths they've been keeping from you. They could open up about their struggles and what they've been going through in hopes of bringing clarity and understanding to your connection. For some of you, this person may share how deeply they've been affected by losing you. They might express feelings of regret or pain caused by your separation, realizing only now the true value of the relationship. For others, they may indirectly reveal that they are afraid of losing you to someone else. This fear stems from their understanding of the mistakes they've made, and they are beginning to confront the consequences of their actions. This individual acknowledges that they made selfish choices during your time together. They admit to playing mind games and making impulsive decisions driven by anger, frustration, or recklessness. Their defensive mentality of "I'll play you before you can play me" led them down a path of self-sabotage. Instead of protecting themselves, they ended up hurting both you and the connection you shared. They now realize how foolish this approach was, as you were genuinely serious about building a future together and doing right by them. Unfortunately, their careless actions caused them to lose your trust and respect. They feel that you no longer view them the same way you once did. The pain and heartbreak they caused have created deep trust issues, and they sense that you see them as someone who lacks dedication and loyalty. They believe you perceive them as unwilling to learn from their mistakes and as someone who prioritizes their own fears and insecurities over the relationship. This realization is deeply painful for them because they know they mishandled the connection and failed to meet your expectations. Despite their mistakes, they want to return to you with an offer of reconciliation. The separation or disconnect between you has been incredibly difficult for them, whether the relationship has been stagnant, strained, or completely broken. They are hurt by the distance that has grown between you and feel a profound sense of unhappiness since you've been apart. When they are alone, they are deeply critical of the choices they made and how those choices have impacted your connection. This person longs for a new beginning with you, but they fear that you no longer see them as part of your future. They feel that when you envision what lies ahead, you no longer include them in that picture. This belief stems from their recognition that they took your love, support, and commitment for granted. Only now, in your absence, do they truly understand the depth of what they lost. Their regret has been overwhelming, and they have shed tears over the realization of how much they miss your presence in their life. The love and support you once gave them are irreplaceable, and they now understand that. While some of you may have decided to move on from this connection, this person is not ready to let go. They are holding on to the hope that there is still a chance to make things right between you. They want to come forward and expose their truth, admitting their wrongs and the pain they've caused. They hope that by being vulnerable and honest, they can rebuild some of the trust that has been lost. However, they are aware that the damage they've done may be too significant for repair. Even so, they are willing to take that risk because they cannot move forward without at least trying to mend what has been broken. In their heart, they are still holding on to the belief that your connection is not entirely over. They feel that there is unfinished business between you, and they hope that you might feel the same way. Whether they admit it openly or not, they are deeply afraid of losing you forever. This fear has been a driving force behind their reflections and their desire to reconcile. Ultimately, this person's journey has been one of self-realization and regret. They are now confronted with the consequences of their actions and the pain they have caused. They hope that by opening up and addressing these issues, they can create a pathway toward healing and, perhaps, a second chance with you. Whether or not you are willing to give them that chance is up to you, but it's clear that they are not ready to let go of what you once shared.